Excuse me. Sorry to start the video off like that, but welcome to a welcome to a fan recommendation. And I'm pretty sure this is somebody you probably see who I'm recommending here in the titles. Somebody you might all know about. His name is Mr. 80s, and well, let's just say um, he's somebody that I'm pretty sure a lot of you have dealt with. A lot of you have traded with, uh, done business with, bought stuff, from, traded, whatever. Here's a guy that basically has cartoons, TVs, and even movies that are yet to be available anywhere else. In other words, even though potentially they could end up on DVD, maybe even Blu-ray nowadays, eventually down the line, even though that's a possibility for them, the how do I put it? The possibility is very, very thin. Let's put it that way. The possibility is very thin for some of these programs, some of these shows. So So I'm pretty sure anybody that might be new to who Mr. 80s is, especially if you grew up in the 90s, late 90s, maybe 2000s and all that, you're probably wondering who is Mr. 80s and why is he one of the most probably popular guys on the internet, if not YouTube and such. Well, as you can see, he has his own website, and I'm probably going to provide the link to where you can look at the other stuff as well. But the reason he's one of the more popular people out there, in fact, Zara Nizrak got a package from him recently. The reason he's very popular, with people and highly recommended, that's why I'm doing this fan recommendation in case nobody knows about him, is because he provides a list of DVD of shows that he has on DVD, that, like I said, can't be found anywhere else. Excuse me. Well, like I said, can't be found anywhere else. And some of these are not necessarily just 80s cartoons or television shows or movies. Some are from the 90s as well, if not even the early 2000s. But these are shows and movies and cartoons mostly that have not yet gotten a DVD release. I mean, when you see something like, let's say, Dragon's Lair, even though it was a movie on demand title from Warner Archive and Amazon, when you see something like this get a 2-disc release, if you will, and yet there are other shows out there that should be getting, other programs and stuff from the 80s that should be getting the same kind of treatment, you keep asking yourself, why hasn't it happened? I mean, a lot of these shows are practically, under license right now to companies that could release them onto, onto DVD, if not Blu-ray, if they choose to go that route. But that's the thing. They have it. And a person like Mr. 80s or Mr. 80s TV shows, as he's known on YouTube, he gives you that opportunity. Now, I will say this. Excuse me. I will say this. I will say this. Even though he collects, even though he collects, complete or incomplete recordings of a lot of these shows and movies and television, a lot of these cartoons, TV shows, and movies, they're not necessarily all by him, honestly. I think what he does is because nowadays, with the torrents and stuff kind of being, I mean, we still have torrents and stuff out there, but with all these, things going on, like with, people going after Pirates Bay and Kick-Ass Torrent and all that, with these kind of torrent sites slowly kind of being axed, if you will, being removed due to certain reasons. Guys like Mr. 80s, what he does is he takes whatever he can find, whether it's through trading, or it's through torrents or whatever, and he ends up bringing them together so that you can have a place to go and find these shows, these movies, these cartoons, and like I said, have not received a normal DVD release. I understand certain ones have, but not in the capacity that fans would like. Um, so it's kind of hard to look at that and say, well, how can this be released and this is not released? What's going on? And again, he provides an opportunity, a place for people to work out something with him, whether it's directly buying from him or trading with him, to get some shows that they may have grown up and liked, but have not yet, like I said, received an official DVD release. In the list of shows he has, it's like a who's who of cartoons, television shows, and whatever. Now, he does have two sections, and again, I'll provide the link to them below. One is, because basically they're listed the same way. Hold on for a sec. Sorry about that. I had to get a cough drop. But anyway, like I was saying, um, the links I'm going to provide below for anybody that, like I said, might be new. They're basically titled the same way, but one of them is titled with W/O/C. Now you might be wondering, what does that mean? Does that mean without commercials? Well, you might say that, but that's not what it stands for. See, one section contains cartoons, TVs, and movies. Like when you would regularly record it, like it goes to commercial, you pause it, it comes back, you unpause it. Here, The other section is the same way, but I mean, it has the same kind of stuff. Mostly it's cartoons and TV, I should say. But they have the original commercials with them. That's right. Basically what he has here is, like I say, two sections. One that has recordings that are that don't have any commercials, any breaks. They don't have any of that. But he does have a section that does have the original commercials, the original breaks and bumpers and stuff like that to go with the shows. So if you want to be nostalgic, there you go. And I'll give you an example. I'll click on his list here. Give you an example of what I'm talking about. And he even says it with original commercials. Original commercials. It says here in this description, there's a listing of basically the listing. I'm going to just say this here, which includes Saturday morning blocks, episodes, Christmas specials, various cartoon specials, individual cartoon sets, TV shows specials, movie airings, all with, and he capitalizes all, with original commercials. And this is what he has. And he even lists, and here's what's unique about these lists as well. He will even put down the dates, like the month, the day, and the year. And he probably got that information, and even the television station, it's broadcast off of, or the network affiliate station in that area. For example, February 10th, that's right, 37 years ago, with original commercials on one DVD. And he even puts in parentheses what the quality is going to be like, and with a part of it's going to be in a certain, he even puts in parentheses if certain qualities are going to be in, certain colors, certain ways. Like if it's going to be jumpy, he's going to let you know that in the parentheses of the listing. If it's going to be jumpy, or if it's going to be in black and white, whatever, or if it's going to, like I say, if it's going to be fuzzy, you kind of get the idea. Well, the February 10th, 1979 one with commercials, I'll give you an example. With original commercials, he has the Daffy Duck Show, which includes Daffy's Diner, Bantai Raids, and Nuts and Bolts. Fred and Barney, Haunted Inheritance, and New Adventures of Pink Panther, Dr. Pink, Pink Pictures. That's just an example. He even goes further. And he even goes somewhat in maybe alphabetical order, or just, well, not alphabetical, but he goes in decade order, kind of like yearly order. Like with NBC Saturday Morning, he has a listing for the NBC Saturday Morning from November 20th, 1982, with original commercials. With original commercials, he has Flintstone Funnies, Barney and the Bandit, The Charity Bazaar, and Super Dupes. And then he has also on that one DVD, because he does include that way, he does do that. If it's a block, he'll do that. On one DVD, also on that same DVD, he has Shirt Tales with episodes Vacation for Dinkley and Wingman. And then he goes on year after year, like with ABC Saturday Morning. And sometimes if he doesn't have the date, like the month and the day for that year, he'll just mention the year. And in its place, he'll mention in parentheses the station. Like ABC Saturday Morning, early 1983, with original commercials from WJLA TV Channel 7 out of Washington, D.C. On this one DVD, he has Super Friends, Battle of Gods, Schoolhouse Rock, Injections, Little Rascals, Captain Spanky's Showboat, Richie Rich Riches, Little Rascals, Cases of Puzzle Pals, Richie Rich $1,000,000 Adventures, Pac-Man, Journey to the Center of Pac-Land, and Pacalcula, and Willie Survive PSA. Again, this is just a sample. And he goes, like you say, year by year by year by year by year. You know what I'm saying? He goes year by year by year. And sometimes he'll add more than just one disc. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, now you might, now, like I say, sometimes it'll mostly be one disc. Sometimes it'll be two discs, depending on how much he has on there. But it'll be worth it. Worth it in the end. And sometimes when you're looking at this, you might say, well, why are everything else in turquoise blue, in a sky blue color, turquoise blue, if you will, but others are in red? The ones that are in red are basically newly added. In other words, he just added them to the list. He just obtained them. So, you know, there you go. That's where he has it. Now, like I said, some of them he does, you know, kind of tell you what network affiliate for what network has them, or he got the from. Like one right here, he has 4.5 hours on 2 DVDs from 1987 from the ABC, CBS, and NBC Saturday mornings. And on here, he has from network affiliates WPLG 10, WTV, WTVJ 4, and WSVN 7 out of Miami, all out of Miami. He has The Wuzzles, main course, Care Bears, Birthday Bears Blues, Muppet Babies, Fine Feathered Enemies, and Snow White and the Seven Muppets, Smurfs, Head Over Hogwarts, and Future Smurf, Pound Puppies, Happy Holidays, Bugs Bunny and Trini Show, Windblown Hair, Mouse Divided, Hillbilly Hair, Mouse Taken Identity, Punky Brewster, Little Orphan Punky, Punky's Millions, and Laser Tag Academy, Redbeard's Treasure. Again, and these are all the with original commercials deals, so that's pretty cool. And like I said, the furthest he goes up to is early 90s, maybe mid 90s as well. I think the earliest he's gone here with original commercials, the earliest he's gone here is March 1994. So, and he does, like I say, in parentheses, tell you something that happens, like with a Ninja Turtle episode, Donatello thrashes Slash. He says it cuts off to Disney Channel and Dumbo's Circus, and then cuts back to CBS. And he says there's the rest of Donatello thrashes Slash. Then there's Son of the Return of the Fly 2. Episode gets cut off at end, continues on disc 2. He does let you know that. He does let you know it. I don't know why Tailspin's on Saturday morning. There was never a CBS Saturday morning deal, so I don't know how that happened. And DuckTales too. So they got them all here. You take that out. And he even has Christmas specials with the original commercials as well. Like from 78 and 79, he's got, you know, How the Grinch Stole Christmas and The Tiny Tree with the original commercials. Same with Frosty and Raggedy Ann's Christmas, Flintstone Christmas. He has Christmas and Halloween specials. Basically, all the specials that we see nowadays still, and some that we don't, he has them with the original commercials. So that's pretty cool. So that's pretty cool to see. And of course, he has the cartoon specials with original commercials as well, like ABC Weekend Special, the NBC 1976 Saturday Morning Preview with Freddie Prinze Sr. And these are all with original commercials. You have the All-Star Rock and Wrestling Saturday Spectacular, hosted by Roddy Piper from 1985. You have all these things here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Just looking through the list, it's really, really cool to see all this. And of course, he has weekday cartoons, early '84, as well. And afternoon cartoons, which is pretty cool as well. So I remember that. Don't tell me about it. He just has a lot of stuff, and I'm probably going to look into it myself, but I'm more like right now focused on trying to get some of the old stuff back. I mean, he does have a lot of the cartoons on the weekdays and the Saturday mornings as well that we used to grow up on with original commercials. So that's really cool. I mean, let's say you have, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And you're like, hey, it's great, I got it. But there's a part of you that wants that original commercial feel, that nostalgic feel of original commercials. He gives you that opportunity. Space Stars, he gives you. It's just something that you just don't see. I mean, he's got the USA Cartoon Express on here, for goodness sake. Where's the original commercials? The USA Cartoon Express. I mean, what more can you ask for? So, but that's what he does, and he's got a long list there of stuff with commercials. I'll probably look into that soon, and some that was not. These right here I got from him, and these are not with commercials. I will tell you that, but you can tell which ones are kind of older. I'll give you an example. These are off. He got these from Scoob Man. Obviously, Scoob Man, whoever it was, traded with him or something, and he got all the episodes of Yo Yogi there. And that is from Boomerang, but that's Boomerang Australia. It looks like I think that might be Boomerang UK or something like that. But it's one of the Boomerangs, not here in the States. And then of course you have Goldie Gold here and Action Jack, which was about, I think, what was it, 3 discs with them? I'm pretty sure. Let me check. I may have put one. Let me check here. Sorry about the cracking. I'm finishing off the cough drop here. Let me check, double check here. No, it's 3 DVDs. But you have Goldie Gold, Action Jack. These are obviously off the broadcast on Boomerang. And then you have New Yogi Bear Show, which is about 2 discs, I think, which is right here. Kind of surprised it was 2 discs. I thought it'd be more. Let me check again. I think he said one of the things he will tell you is sometimes they might be complete and sometimes they won't be complete. No, it's 2 discs. It's just 2 DVDs. It's just all 45 episodes on 2 DVDs. How about that? And then, of course, he has Pink Panther and Sons, which was basically a show on NBC. And I think, yeah, this is all. Actually, he put them on 4 discs, is what he did here. But here he says it's 2 discs now. or 2 DVDs. He says some episodes the quality is not that great. It's all 26, but he actually put them on not one, not two, not three, but 4 different DVDs. So that is something that not a lot of people will do for you. Sometimes they'll just be like, oh, if I do more than this, I'll get more out of it. So I don't know. Again, that's the one thing. Sometimes when you go to these torrents and think, "Oh, I'm going to get this. I'm going to have it for my collection," they're not going to tell you right off the bat whether or not it's in good condition, the quality is in good condition, or it's in bad condition. They're not going to tell you that. And he does tell you this. I mean, when he does tell you this. He tells you, "Hey, it's not in the best condition, but here it is. Enjoy it." So, I'm glad at least we have something like that around. And of course, some of these without commercials are the original broadcast. It's just, the quality is not going to be so good. I mean, I should know from experience that I had some old cartoons and VHS tapes that now probably history, because I left them in Kansas, now probably history due to certain reasons. I remember having some cartoons I recorded back in the 80s on there, like Transformers and all that, and the quality, it was still watchable. You could still hear it, but the quality was kind of wearing with time. So, because not only would I play it at times, but I'd be playing it in several different VHS players. So the quality would wear down time after time after time. And, not a lot of people were, happy about that. I know I wasn't, but, what are you going to do? But again, time after time after time, things would wear down, wear down, wear down, wear down, wear down. So there's not really much you could do. And not a lot of people will tell you that. But, guys like Mr. 80s here will tell you that. And he'll work with you. He gave me a decent price on all these. But I will say this, and I'm sure he's going to work on it soon. Well, I'm not saying he will, but hopefully Mr. 80s will work on this when he can. Let me rephrase that. Hopefully he'll work on this when he can. He'll send you sleeve cases. Basically, everything will be in a sleeve case. And until he gets a chance to work on it, it's going to be up to you to probably go out and buy regular DVD cases, multi-DVD cases, if you will, for your stuff. And it will be up to you to print out the cover art, if there is any kind of cover art out there for the show. But again, I know this video is going long, but I thought I'd just come out here a little before I get ready to go to work and let you guys know that if you are interested in trying to get back, trying to obtain some of these Saturday morning cartoons, weekday morning cartoons, Sunday cartoons, syndicated afternoon cartoons, Christmas specials, holiday specials, TV shows you may have watched in primetime with your family, whatever, and you want to get them back and you want to watch them again because they're either not shown on television right now and there's no official home video, DVD, Blu-ray release of it. And, you want to feel that nostalgia again, and you want to feel that nostalgia again, this is the way to go. So this is the person to go to, one of them at least, probably the main person to go to. And if you don't believe me, check out Zara Nizarak. He did a package opening from him. And Zara Nizarak, Sean, if you want to, my friend, watch this and kind of give your own video response and recommendation if you want for Mr. 80s. So it'd be greatly appreciated. But definitely check out Mr. 80's website. I'll provide the link down below. I'll provide the links to his several areas, and hopefully you'll be able to check him out when you get an opportunity. And that's all I'm going to say, but do indeed check out Mr. 80's website. Check out Mr. 80's TV shows here on YouTube. And that's it for my fan recommendation for today I'm Mr. 80s, and I'll talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care.